Hello everybody, this is Visit Mema. It's late at night and I'm trying to finish off some Christmas gifts. You know, crocheting this one to make a blankie in the gray. My daughter, and I've been working on it. Haven't given it as much time as it needs because this really goes fast because of the size of the needle. But anyway, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, I was sitting here and I was getting a little lonely, so I thought I would talk to you today, this evening, while I was crocheting. I get a call from a friend of mine today, and he went to church with me up in the hills, him and his mother. And his mother is my best friend. Well, they moved to Florida. I guess I've talked to you about them before. Well, he finally retired. And he was saying, I said, well, how is retirement? He says, well, my birthday was yesterday and I was 66. You know, that really sounds old, he said. I said, yes, but you've got a long life ahead of you. You're in good health and you're living in Florida. And yeah, your life is good and now you're retired. He says, yes, and I'm loving being retired. He said, I can sleep late. I can get up when I want to. And I go out and I can walk when I want to. I can do anything I want, anytime I want to. He says, it's really nice. He says, bought me a bicycle. I said, well, good for you. He said, yes, I got me a bicycle. And I ride the bicycle. It's a 7-speed. I think he told me it's 7-speed. And he says, I just ride my bicycle around. He said, the dividend of it, I've lost 20-something pounds. Well, he was a slender guy to begin with, so I was thinking, wow, he must be thin, you know. And he says, I just love it. And when I'm not riding the bike, you know, if something comes up that take care of Mom, or I get, my body's craving riding that bike. I don't go very fast, he says, but I just, you know, paddle around the neighborhood. I said, that is wonderful. That is so wonderful. He said, you know what's really wonderful? Is I can wear the clothes I wore 30 years ago. I said, you have your clothes from 30 years ago? He said, yes. You know, I have those what do you call those t-shirts? Shirts? Anyway, you probably know what I'm talking about. Little insignia shirts and stuff. He says, I can wear them. He says, you know, when they're really in good taste. He's had them for 30 years since he was in well, before that, when he was in college, I guess. Anyway, you know, because he keeps everything. He was so proud. He was telling me about each one of his shirts. You know how men are. It's like throwing away a sweatshirt. They love and adore and have worn for 50 years, but they still want that sweatshirt or that t-shirt. Anyway, he was going on about his clothes. And he said, I just feel like a new man. I just feel good. I look good. I feel good. And I'm 66 years old. I said, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And he says, you know, I've got some jeans I would love to get into from years ago. And he said, well, I can fit in some of them, you know, 10 years ago or 15 years ago. But he says, I've got these jeans I want to wear, and they're from when I was 19. He says, I love those jeans, but I'm going to get in those jeans. He says, one day I can see it now. I'll be old and die, and they'll have to open the whole casket up so they can see that I'm fitting in the jeans I wore when I was 18. I said, okay, whatever you say. He says, yes. And I'm going to have a sign. Look, he's in his jeans when he was a little boy. I said, well, don't get so small. You have to get back in your cloth diapers. That's a man for you. Now I'm thinking, this man, he's been carrying along these clothes for 30 years. Well, I'm sorry. I know you may not think it's funny, but I think it's hilarious. I was thinking, I don't have any clothes when I was a size 2. Nothing. Oh my gosh almighty. He's worried about being in the casket wearing those jeans because he's losing so much weight. He says his mom and his sister they get desserts and he's eating dessert, doesn't even face him. He just keeps paddling that bicycle. He says, now I got me some weights. And I'm firming up. I said, well, that's very good. That is very, very good. Oh, he's living the life of leisure, and I pray and wish that his life is long. He's a good man. His go-to phrase is do good. Even his license plate says do good. If you're ever on the highway anywhere in the country and you see do good, it's more than likely him. Yes, he loves his cars and he does good. And he does. He's a very giving man. He said when he was a little boy, he says, I never want to work and get my hands dirty. He had a job where he was digging or something before he went to college. And he says, there's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to dirty my hands. So he went to school and got his accounting degree. He says, I just handle money. And he's really very, very sensible about money. Very sensible. He said his sister called the other day and said, would you pick up some Chinese food for us? We've ordered it. If you'll come by and pick it up. And he got in the house after he picked it up and he said, Mom, sis, it's going to cost us $50 to eat this Chinese food. It's the cheapest food in the world besides Taco Bell. Oh, Lordy mercy. I was laughing so hard I started coughing. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long, long time. If you have a favorite man story, you got to let me know so I can share. But I did enjoy hearing him, and I'm so happy for him. Oh, man, when he said he calls for it, everybody's going to admire that he's wearing the same jeans he wore back in the 70s. Let's see, would that be 70s? Yeah, I guess it would, because, well, no, he's 66. Oh, well, you know what I mean. It's been a long time. Oh, he says, and they look still good. Man, I started asking about shoes, but I didn't want to go there. And I didn't want to go about his undergarments either. Oh, he was so proud of himself. He said, I feel so good. I haven't felt this good. He says, I don't remember ever feeling this good. He says, I feel as light as a feather. Light as a feather. Well, if I don't get this Afghan finished, I think I'll stay up a while this evening and knock out a lot of this. If I stop talking. When I'm not talking, I'm going a little bit faster. But it's been an unusual day. I went to Goodwill with my sister. She took me today. And I was in a wheelchair in Goodwill because I wanted a red, I told you about it. I want to get me a red t-shirt that says ho, 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 or Christmas, or something red. Don't have anything red. I thought for Christmas I can cheer myself up and wear them with my jeans, you know. So I was in the Goodwill in my wheelchair, and it's a huge Goodwill here in Little Rock. We went all the way over to Little Rock, and because she had some kind of infusion or something she was doing. Anyway, after a while, I had picked out some things, but I hadn't found one T-shirt. Not even one. But I found this cute little ceramic cardinals on a branch for $1. So I got that just because it was so pretty and red. Cardinals are my favorite. Well, I was getting pretty tired, and I thought, well, you know, we've been here a long time. And I don't see my sister. Well, it's hard to see when you're in Goodwill because you can't see over the racks when you're in a wheelchair. You know, I was pushing around the wheelchair and couldn't see her anywhere. She couldn't see me because I was in the wheelchair because I was below the racks. Finally, I called her on the phone. Are you still in Goodwill? She says, yes, I am. I said, where are you? And she said, I'm over here in the furniture. Well, I didn't know where the furniture was, so I took off trying to find her. We did find each other. And she did find me a shirt. It's a red and white shirt. Well, it's in the men's section, but it's all right for me. White with red stripes. And I thought, that'd be pretty with a red, what do you call it? Undershirt, sleeveless, you know, summer under thing to go under that shirt, and then I could wear it open. And it's got a little red around the collar in like a bias tape would be within the collar, and it's red with red and white stripe. I think it'll look nice with jeans. I think it'll be cute if it fits. That's another thing too. I thought a few things that I thought would fit, but they didn't fit. And what, though, do y'all go to Goodwill? I think it's the best place in the world to buy clothes. Yeah. It's already been tested, washed. They don't shrink. They've already shrunk what they're going to shrink. And you get them, and it's like, oh, they're so comfortable. They're all broken in. She got a pair of jeans with studs up the side. They were beautiful. She said, I don't know if I can wear these. I said, why did you buy them? Jesus. Oh, my sister. Anyway, but she bought another pair, and she really liked those. She said, I like these. These are going to be good. But it was a good day. Like, never got back in the car, though. I told Sis, I said, Sis, my legs ain't working. My back's hurting, and I don't know how far I can get. But she got me home, but she wasn't feeling good either. You know, we don't get out very much and just shop for hours. No, we'd go to the dollar store for a few minutes about something like that, but nope. But it was it was almost a hot, sticky day, like a tornado weather day. And they did have some tornadoes around. They sure did. Several of them hit Arkansas, but Kentucky really got it over there. We usually do, because we're right in the middle of the country. You know, I think it even hit over there by Reelfoot Lake in Tennessee. That's where Mom and Dad used to live, on the lake there. But I don't know all the details or anything like that. Well, I know I'm just chatting about things that probably bore you to death, but I just thought it was funny about him wearing his jeans. And when they put him in a collar casket, he wants everybody to know that he got in his jeans. You know what? I think he was serious. Well, I'm hoping you're having a great holiday. I took a book to read with me today, thinking I was going to be in the car all day, not knowing I was really going to Goodwill. That was a surprise my sister told me about after her going to the doctor. But I hope you have your tree up, family all around you, and if they're not, you're in their thoughts, and they're in yours. remember, God has you in his hands, and pray for Mother Earth. Oh, before I end this video, I wanted to tell you, if y'all haven't made those new garlands for pictures of puppies and kitty cats, like your favorite puppy, where you take a picture of them and you print off the same picture, or you get pictures and you make a garland, just sew it and make a garland for your tree. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Very easy. And here you've got your little puppies all around the tree. But I know your cat likes to climb the tree. Don't want his picture on the tree. I would climb that tree. Well, take care. And I'll talk to you soon. Maybe I can finish this up before I talk to you. We've got another one to do.